Back to the Olympics now, and that overpowering start last night for the U.S. women's gymnastics team, building on that gold medal performance 4 years ago. Olympic medalist Dominique Dawes joining us in a moment to talk about it all. But first, let's go to Matt Gubman in Rio for all the action. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. To say that the U.S. women dominated in qualifying would be an understatement. They came in first, second, and third. The team is anchored by a human rocket that we know is Simone Biles. And get this, she hasn't lost a competition in 3 years. This morning, the smallest American gymnast has made her gargantuan landing on Rio's world stage. That human spring, known as Simone Biles, leading the American women's gymnastics team in team qualifying Sunday, dominating China and Russia. The team includes 2 veterans. A now 20-year-old Gabby Douglas, who dominated the 2012 London Games, winning gold in the individual all-around, going on to land her very own Lifetime movie and reality show. And current team captain Aly Raisman, at 22 years old, now back on Olympic turf after trading in her floor exercises in London for the ballroom floor on Dancing with the Stars. Rounding out the team, 2 more newcomers, 16-year-old Laurie Hernandez and 19-year-old Madison Koshin. But every single eyeball in the Olympic arena will be on Biles.
Today she's the best gymnast in the world.
The 19-year-old is already a 3-time world champion.
We know we have big responsibilities ahead of us, and we're just super excited.
So the U.S. women are heavily favored to win in the team competition. So the biggest question is right now, what do we call them? In the 2012 games in London, they were known as the Fierce Five. So now is it the Fiercer Five, the Fiercest Five? The only thing we know for sure, they're vying for gold tomorrow in that stadium behind me. George.
We will be watching. You'll be working on that nickname. Dominique Dawes joins us now. She's a veteran of the Magnificent Seven U.S. team, 1996 Olympics. Thanks for joining us again. And, of course, the women coming off that spectacular performance in 2012. The bar is high.
The bar is very high. I don't know if these girls are really feeling the pressure, because for those that watch the prelims, I mean, they're 10 points ahead of their nearest competitors, which is China and then Russia. So, you know, these girls are going to feel a little bit of pressure, but their number one competition really is themselves. So Team USA is versus themselves.
Feeling the pressure, but it seems like they're having some fun with it.
You know, I met Simone Biles for the first time at Olympic trials, and she is unlike any other Olympic gymnast I've ever met. She did not have the bar, the gates or the bars up, which is what myself and my Magnificent Seven teammates always had. We were a little more stiff, and she was really relaxed. She was fun. She was genuine, and she looks like she's out there loving it.
What do you think that's about?
I think that's her personality, though I have heard that she goes through some fear factors and mental blocks every now and then, but I think she's just all around a bubbly, happy kid. I got to meet her sister, I got to meet her mom and dad there, and they just seem to be loving people, but she's handling the pressure, if she feels any at all, very well.
I imagine it must be so much fun for you to watch her, though. Of course, you were a trailblazer for African-American women in gymnastics, and she's now blazing a new trail as well.
She's definitely blazing a new trail. I was the first African-American to compete in the 92 Olympics along with Betty Okino, and the first African-American to win a medal at the 96 Olympic Games. But as I was, thinking about things, Diane Durham was an amazing African-American elite gymnast that should have qualified to the 1984 Olympic Games with Mary Lou Retton and would have been neck and neck competition-wise with Mary Lou. So a gymnast like Diane Durham was someone that paved the way for me. I paved it for Simone, and now.
So when they come to you after this Olympics, that's assuming they do very well as they did back in 2012, achieve their goal, what kind of advice do you give them?
I always say have fun. They truly do love what they're doing. Those 5 girls out there, though there's only 4 or 3 that are competing, they look like they're loving what they're doing. So always have a passion for what you're doing. And remember, even though you turn pro or you start to make money in the sport, don't treat it like a job. Don't treat it like a business. You got to make sure you still have the love of the sport. And I truly hope that Simone Biles continues to have a love of the sport, even while she starts making a significant amount of money after she's going to win the team gold, after she's going to win the individual all-around gold, and possibly individual event golds.
Heard it here first. All the predictions, Dominique. Thanks for coming back in.